The requirement of this question is calculate total profit or loss made from the production of each product of the year. So simple is that we need to calculate the profit. But the question, once we read the question, it's very clear to us that this question pertains to the ABC costing. Why? Because we have number of overheads like machine setup, and they are saying use the setup cost. Quality inspection, use the inspection thing like that. Order processing, use the number of orders. Machine depreciation, use the value of machine. And in the question at the top, it says that a company is using ABC costing. So first time we are computing profit. First time we are computing profit using ABC costing. Before we used to compute profit using absorption, marginal, but now with ABC, let's do it. Simple. Don't worry about it. It's really simple. The format is going to be very simple. We have two products now, A and B. I am going to do for A now, and then after completion of A, we will do B. In order to compute profit, what we need first? We need revenue. Am I right? Revenue and sales. Do we have sales? Yes, sir, we do have sales. 2,500 are the number of units we sold. 500 units are returned, which means the net units sold, which is going to give me the revenue, are 2,000 units, and the selling price is 50 per unit. So what is the answer?
$100,000.
100,000 is my net revenue for this question. Simple and easy, correct? Then we have material, we have labor. Okay, fine. So this is ABC costing now. ABC costing, nothing. There is no opening, no closing will be given to you with when they are asking you for ABC. So no worry about the opening and closing inventory. 111, can you what you will do? You will take each cost, each type of cost, and deduct it them and khalas. And if you have any income, just add it up and khalas. Okay. Now, let's see. Do we have any income other than the revenue? Let's see. Let's search for it. We have the last line of the question. What is that? Read it. They are saying that the units returned by the customers are going to be scrapped out. And it's a scrap sale. And it's a revenue, but it's a low revenue. Scrap sales. How many units we got returned? 500 units. And the returned units are scrapped out at the value of $8. So how much I am making? 5,885 is 4,000. So my total revenue is 10400 and one more zero. Any doubts? Any problem? Any takleef?
No, sir, no problem.
Now one by one, be with me and tell me the expenses. Direct material. You are producing 2,500. Although sold is only 2,500 is scrapped out, but you are producing how many units, my friend?
2,500.
So material is going to be incurred for 2,500 units. Am I right? 2,500 units needs 1.5 kgs per unit. So that's going to give me the number of kgs. But I need here the dollar. So what is the rate? 8.20 is the rate per kg. So that's much of material I am going to spend in order to produce 2500 units. Any problem?
No, sir, no problem.
There is. Help me with the number.
30,750.
Any doubts? No doubts. Alhamdulillah. The next is labor. I am producing 2500 units and it took 2 hours for labor to produce 1 unit, which means I am going to hire labor for 5000 units. And for 1 hour, I am going to hire labor for 5000 hours. And for 1 hour, I am going to pay the labor. The rate is 10. So, total how much I am going to pay them off? Is it 50,000 or no?
Yeah.
Till here, any problems?
No, sir, no problem.
Now the overheads, machine setup. So sir, first of all, we need to calculate the driver rate. Correct or wrong, Mustafa? If I calculate
Yes,
here,
correct.
4480 is the total setup cost. How many total setups are there? 80,
280.
200. Total are how much? 280 setups, right or wrong?
Yes.
So what is my per setup? One setup is going to cost me how much?
16.
Sorry, 1/6.
16.
So I got that 24480 is my setup cost, total overheads. Total setups are 280, which means one setup is going to cost me $16. $16 is my cost to set up one time. How many times we set up the things for product A? Just look.
80 times.
80 times. So 160 is one setup cost. So I set it up
1280.
80 times. So what is the answer?
12,280.
واحد اثنين 8 0 1280. Am I right? Correct, no? Then we have quality inspection. First of all, we need to compute the rate. What is the cost per inspection? How to do it? So total cost is 8,000 and number of inspection in total are 100, right? 100 inspections. So what is one inspection cost? 80, I guess.
8.
8 or 80?
Yeah.
8 or 80?
80.
80. 80 per inspection. How many times of inspection we did? For A.
40.
40 inspections. For A.
3200.
3200. Any taklif? Any problems?
No, sir.
Then order processing. Okay. How to do it? Sir, the rate. 5,500 is the cost for how many orders? How many orders? 190 and 360.
50.
Sorry, come again.
550.
550 total orders, which is my overhead is how much per order?
10.
10. 10 is my OAR. 10 per order. How many times we made total orders for A? 190 times or 190 orders, which is 190 and one more zero, I guess. Till here, any taklif? Any
No,
problem?
sir.
The next one is depreciation of machinery. Subhanallah. Depreciation is going to be at the book value. Okay, no problem. I'm doing it here. We're working. There's less space, that's why. 15,200 is my overhead. Value of machine. So 45 plus 55. What is my answer? Per dollar value of
0.152.
0.152 dollar value of machine, right? Yani this is as per
Yeah.
the value. No? So per dollar, I have a $1. If I have a machine which have a value of $1, the depreciation is going to be 0.152. Correct?
Yes, correct.
So 0.152 into what is the total worth of machinery installed in installed for product A? 45,000, giving me an answer of something something.
6840.
And the final ultimate answer is my final answer. Subhanallah. Net profit. How much? Something. Right, my friend? Ya Sheikh Mustafa. That's how we are dealing with our absorption costing. If they
Makes
are
sense.
profit statement for ABC, and this is one of the recent paper. Which paper is that? Feb March 2023. Paper code is 42. This is for product A we did together. Any questions?
No, sir, no questions.
Note it down, and I'm really interested to get the answer for product B, please. Tell me what is the net profit for product B. Start. You got for B 18,110 negative. Negative means
Yes.
the net loss, and that is the correct answer, mashallah. So that is the V requirement. Requirement A, the definition of cost driver for 1 mark, which I already gave it to you. Requirement B, compute the total profit for each product like that. ABC is 11 of 11 marks. Allahu Akbar. So they are 11 marks. There were 11 marks for this part. Now, we have C requirement as well. We have C requirement as well for this question. But before C requirement, they give some lines which we have in our QP, question paper, not in the insert. So let me bring it. The additional information. Here it is. First of all, we will read it and then we will see what we need to compute is very easy. We need to compute revised profit. We need to compute revised profit. Okay, revised profit 5 marks. They are only 5 marks, so not a big deal. We need to compute the profit for 5 marks, but it's revised one, and for that, the examiner wrote a paragraph. Just read the paragraph, please. What it says. Simran is concerned about the returns. Okay, she better have to be. She is concerned about the returns and she believes that workers are not paying enough attention in assembly. Okay. She considerably install a system of camera in the facility so she can monitor the workers so the product cannot be underrated or produced with errors. So With that, she believed, oh my God, what she is believing? Mafi return. Okay, no return at all, Aslan. Very nice. And she is going to rent out the camera system. If she purchased the camera system, it's a capital expense. It's a purchase of a non-current asset, nothing to do with the income statement, nothing to do with the profits. That's why here they says she is renting it out. And renting means she have to pay rent expense. Rent expense means our profit are going to be reduced. You need to recalculate the profit, recalculate the profits, and tell us that either this move of paying 18,000 as a rental is good or bad. Okay, so let me take the data from here, because the same thing we are going to use. So let me take the whole thing again, copy, bring it down. Something wrong with OneNote. Let's write it, no problem. First of all, there are no going to be any returns, right, yeah, Mustafa? Which means,
Yeah.
which means no return, which means my revenue is going to be, my revenue is going to be higher side, right or wrong? So in that way, there are no returns. Mafi returns. Yani our revenue is going to be for 2,500 units. You agreed with me or no?
Yes, agreed.
So the revenue is 125,000. And if there are no returns, so there are no scrap sales. Khalas, right or wrong? Material will remain same. Correct, Mustafa? Labor will remain,
Yes.
because 2,500 units we considered. Overhead same. Then order processing same. Machine depreciation same. Inspection will remain same. But what additional thing is going to add here in the expenses? And if I write like this, that's a direct material as above, 30750. Direct labor as above, no change, right? Sir, machine setup, same. You can add them all together and deduct one time as well, is acceptable. Quality inspection as above, it was how much? 3200. Then order processing as above, 1900. And depreciation as above, 6840. But the thing is, camera, camera. How to deal with camera cost? We have two products, yeah, Mustafa. What to do with this 18,000? How to? How to do it? Which base I should use? The setup, the inspection, the processing, or the machine value? Think why we are installing the camera to enhance the performance. And she wrote in the question that this cost is going to be added as an inspection. So for the camera, 40 plus 60, the camera cost is going to be apportioned as per the inspection. So what is per inspection cost of camera? If the cost is 18,000 divided by 100, so per inspection is going to cost you $180, and you have 40 inspections in product A, going to result a camera cost or rental of camera cost of how much? Hello?
180.
180 into 40, how much? Sorry, come again. I can't hear you.
7,200.
And if I add them up and deduct it from revenue, what is my revised net profit? Tell me. Mhm.
30,670.
23, sorry.
30,670.
I need you to check again, please. $125,000 minus 3.
Yeah, 23,830.
Correct. For B, you
Yeah.
are going to calculate, and this is for 5 marks. This is working for 5 marks. And after that, there is one more requirement, that advice, what to do. So the advice, if I look at product A, nothing, if I look at product A, before it making a profit of 10,000. After installing of camera, the profit is 23. I was saying that if we consider this is the next requirement, next requirement is asking advice. Advise the revised profit and the above profit, compare them and advise them. So if the next requirement is just simple theory for 6 marks, so I am just comparing a product. If no surveillance, I am making a income, I'm making a net profit from product A is 10,030. With surveillance camera, subhanallah, my profit is gonna be 23,830. So as far as product A concerned, it's very, very, very feasible or worthwhile to install the security feature or install the surveillance inspection system, because it's going to increase the profitability of product A. Correct? Now you will calculate for product B, and then we will comment on product B. Product B without the surveillance have a loss of 18,110. With the surveillance,
It's a profit of 9,490.
very nice, mashallah. It's a profit of 9,490.
90.
Subhanallah, a loss-making product is going to be a profitable thing. So very, yani, what his name, Simran, Miss Simran, the first thing you do, I am advising you, the first thing you do to install the security feature. So your product B is turning to be a profitable product. Your product A is going to increase your net profit. Overall company's profitability is going to increase. Improvement, no complaints, quality inspections, this type of things you are going to write for 6 marks. Very nice. And that's it for this past paper. Any questions, Mustafa? Tell me.